left all my shit with another camp because I was told that I could get an art car to move it, and of course that hasn't happened. So I've been living in either thongs or no underwear.
Give me Burning Man in a sentence. No. Yeah, much better. Okay, good. Whew. Glad we got that comedy juice ball sorted.
That could have been Design Nightmare City. See ya, Painty.
Bye-bye.
Love you.
Mean it.
Is this your day in the life?
Yeah.
Thank you a lot.
Is this the beginning of it?
Yeah, this is it.
Well, welcome to day one. Somebody goes, well, these people can do it. And he goes, no, I want artists. And I go, I'm an artist. So I built it.
Bouncy, bouncy, oh, such a good time. Bouncy, bouncy, shoes all in a line. Bouncy, bouncy, everybody somersault, somersault, summertime. Everybody sing along. Bouncy, bouncy, oh, such a good time.
Take your time. There's no hurry. Your time.
Oh, now we're really doing it. Now it's real.
He showed up at 2 o'clock the next day.
Yeah?
And took the niblets, the kiblets, because after you pulled away, I realized there were some other.
Oh, I'm glad I pulled away then. I got out of there. I got out of there just in time.
It was just yummies. It was just kiblets.
There you go.
It was nibbles. This is the Brazilian exchange. He's a newbie.
Thursday, what day is today? Thursday.
Yeah, do you have a sack?
Hey.
Yeah, what about you?
I love you, Annie.
You saved him.
What men should look like and these certain boxes that sometimes
Saves me quite often.
Sight. Blind eyes, blaze like meteors, be they rage, rage is the dying of the light. There, of the sad light. Now, these tears, I pray. Rage. Rage against the dying of the light. I must not fear. Fear is the mind killer. It's the real death that brings total obliteration. I will face my fear. I will be ready to pass over me and through me. And when it has gone past, I will turn my eye to see its back will remain. The fear has gone through me.
One which was known from Jinan to the Bosphorus, renowned for the wealth of its treasury and the splendor of its construction.
Hey! How many years have you been coming to Burning Man?
This is number 11. Yeah, this morning I went with friends to before sunup to watch the temple, to watch the sunrise from the temple. And we watched that, and then afterwards several of us went off bicycling to the perimeter fence, and then a few moments later I was by myself. They left me, and so I determined to do the whole perimeter fence. Don't ask me how long it takes because there's distractions along the way.
Me. Yay. Hello, me.
Hey there. And I bought a new camera. And what's today? Thursday, and I haven't taken one picture yet with that or with my cell phone. So I'm having fun. You know, I'm thinking what I'm going to put up on my Facebook page. I went to Burning Man, I biked the fence, I went home.
Oh yeah. Huh. It's easy, and it's cheesy. It tastes really good. Haters gonna hate.
focused on thinking about sex. I like this. I love this.
You have beer.
It's awesome.
We're just part of it. We have beer. Would you like a beer? I would love one.
Sounds like you had to say.
What's this place called?
Honestly, it's the Sunrise Saloon.
You know, there's like commercials about like finding a beer in the middle of the desert and like
Sunrise Saloon. Right behind the time. Burned.
Yeah, all the rumors are false.
Worst bar ever.
a little.
Is that painting?
Go ahead. No, are you waiting for me?
Let's see.
Those are damn good eggs. Woo!
Let's see.
How are you?
Good. How's your week been?
Slept 2 hours in the last 4. We're cooking for the fine people here at Burning Man. We have agreed to feed 300 people a day. Fantastic burn.
In the real world, I write standardized tests. I write math and science tests. So the furthest thing from cook.
Probably walk into
Yeah. Another
TEDx Black Rock City, Thursday 1 to 6 p.m.
Sounds good.
10 o'clock in Jade.
Oh my god. Oh, I don't see it. Yeah, dirt too. I'm probably gonna have.
Oh my god!
What's happened there?
Yep.
Look at the chunk. Get out of the side. Ah!
Can't hold it square.
Oh!
So close.
What is the technique?
She walks out to the mound on the street. He can see she's been crying. She's got blisters on the soles of her feet. She can't walk, but she's trying. Think twice. It's just another day for you and me in paradise. Oh, think twice. It's just another day for you and me in paradise.
What happened this morning?
We got married.
We got married.
Aww.
Yes.
She said I did, I said I did.
Easy peasy. So easy. So yeah, we're just gonna get out there, get in position. We're gonna go straight into the track and get groovy, and then get everyone up after we finish.
From the flyer coming to you, smart and simple. What you want, man? If I couldn't get you, find the things like all of them diamond ring bitches kill for. Would you still roll if we couldn't see the sun rising up the shore of Thailand? Would you ride then if I wasn't driving? If I wasn't eight-figure nigga riding in? Bounce with me, bounce with me. If you bounce with me, bounce with me. Bounce with me, bounce with me. Can you bounce with me, bounce with me?
Since I'm magic, ain't nobody but then I'm when I tell them he gone. So hold on to the feeling of flossing and platinum. Cause from now on, you can witness China icon with hoodies and kingdom. Cause I thugs my bitches, BB studs my bitches, and we rob these niggas. I'm talking about straight niggas.
Can I get a fuck down to these bitches from all of my niggas who don't want pose? They get no dough. Can I get a fuck down to these niggas from all of my bitches who don't got dough? I took the pass of it, pass of it. This is a warning, I'm spelling out for you.
You are?
Camp Hotel Rug.
Camp Hotel Rug. Once more all together. 1, 2, 3.
Hotel Rug.
Once more. Camp Hotel Rug. Right. 1, 2, 3.
Camp Hotel Rug.
Fantastic.
Camp Hotel Rug, protecting the playa from dirty hippies since 2013.
Keeping calm.
And skinny dipping.
And who are you?
Stephanie.
And where are we?
The most magical place on earth. Burning Man, Black Rock City.
Look at all the stickers on the back.
I brought a small piece. Similar kind of a thing, but
where is yours?
It's 345 and Esplanade, Burners Without Borders.
Okay.
First time with them, which
Cool.
has been amazing.
Excellent.
You know, normally I'm in groups with all these arty people, whatever, like you know, I haven't been here since 2010. And so it's been interesting to come, you know, solo mission to Burning Man at 50.
Right.
And I knew one person in the camp. And it's been great because when I came here at 40 for the first time by myself, it's one of those kinds of, for me, like reborn Burning Man or something. And
It hasn't really changed that much, has it?
No,
really?
it's similar, but you know how Burning Man is. If you get jaded, then you close yourself off to the magic that happens here. If you're open to it, I mean, Burning Man's like anything else. You get out of it what you put into it. But if you come like, oh, I've seen this and this is, nothing happens, you know. But if you come with that wonder, then all of a sudden you're meeting people at corners and like all the things you need to do, and then your life changes, somebody else's life changes.
Yeah.
I love that. I've seen some small pieces that I really like. They're hard to describe. There's one out there. It's like a metal trunk with 3 spinning wind chime thing. I love the little pieces.
Yeah,
you know, those are often my favorite pieces of Burning Man. Small pieces out there.
If a woman, not me, theoretical, if a woman were to get pregnant with her boyfriend's best friend's baby, would she tell both of them or one of them? And in which order would she tell them? And they said, get an abortion, don't tell anyone.
That was good advice.
I mean, it's not bad advice, but I kind of feel like she should tell them.
So I left Burning Man 2012, didn't think I was coming back. Last year, my friend David Todd Anderson, who had ALS that I'd been taking care of, we took him off the vent on October 7 last year. And just before doing that, he asked me to take these mouth cloths that I've stamped with his initials. These would be folded in his mouth like this, and it kept him from smiling. So despite all the other shit that ALS dumped on him, this meant that he couldn't smile. So I brought these out to the temple to burn. David Best thinks he named this temple this year, but David's daughter Grace is out here about to turn 13, and that temple's for her. Thanks, man. The day I was supposed to leave for Burning Man for a 4-day journey for Minneapolis, well, 5-day journey, it was supposed to be 3, I was diagnosed with having a detached retina. So I had an emergency surgery on Thursday night and left for Burning Man on Friday night.
That's very impressive. It is possible. I'm gonna put this whole fucking pickle in my mouth. Yeah, that's right. You want me to take it, the whole thing? Whole thing, pickle. You like that? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I love your pickle juice. I love to taste it. I'll go when it drips out of my mouth. I like to slurp the pickle juice. Mmm. Such a dirty pickle. Oh yeah. You like that? You're so wet right now, pickle. Mmm. 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 So good. I love to taste your salty pickle juice running down the back of my throat. Wow. Yeah. Thank you.
Just a short one. Alright. Let me spray you with it.
Burning Man is...
My life. My love.
Fun.
Fucking magical.
Live energy.
Burning Man is freedom.
Burning Man is...
Hope for humanity.
You guys aren't funny at all.
Hilarious. Burning Man is top.
Wild.
Cultural trade show.
Fantabulous. A wild gathering of beautiful people.
Sweet. Like a ring pop. Fancy and delicious. Dusty as fuck.
Freeform Jazz Odyssey.
Nobody's reading.
Next 100 years, local dominance.
Okay. I've got your dog. There's ice mocha and lemonade.
Oh my god. Have ice mocha?
That way make it easy for you.
Oh my god. Thank you so much.
Enjoy your bird. May I have one?
Yes, you may.
Thank you, kind sir.
Cheers.
All over your head.
What is going on down there?
It's a little teacup art car.
With a dead battery?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Whoa!
If you like India Pale Ales, then you might like this. This is a hoppy mead, which is a little unusual. It's also carbonated, so it's a little bit, but don't trick yourself, it's still 12% alcohol. So we have 2 bottles of these. I'll pass them both around till they're empty. Yay!
Vegas.
That's good.
This is silver salmon that we took in Alaska. It's one of the great varieties. It's a great game fish. Took it off of the little river called the Agulawak.
More interesting though, tell them about the tradition of the Alaska food burner theme that you've been doing for 7 years.
Oh, well, for the last 7 years, well, the last 6 years, I brought, I bring about 35, 40 pounds of king crab down to the burn, and we'd have a king crab night. I got a good friend that's got a fishing boat, and he accommodates me very well when I ask for favors. So I got fresh king crab and bring it down. It was a great one.
So what do you like about Burning Man? What is it?
Well, the best thing is that I get to spend 7 days with my son and our friends. That's it. But also, I love the creativity. I mean, that's, you know, the work here is unbelievable. The people you associate with are unbelievable. You know, it's you come away refreshed and ready to try some new things. That's what I like about Burning Man.
That's very nicely put. Yeah, exactly. So, but it's interesting. Just he brought down. He became and his playa name. He got the playa name first year he was here, Daddy Cool. And I think it was after he brought the crab, they started calling him Daddy Cool.
They chose it. As you know, the playa name is given to you. You don't select it. It's a little bit embarrassing every once in a while, but not a lot.
But he brought down the crab for 4 years, and then we had some really cool people, like he was talking creative today. They were like, we want to do playa surf and turf. So then some people bought down some tri-tip. And then this year, we weren't sure if we were going to be able to make it, so we couldn't get the crab. So last second...
Well, we could get it. We just didn't know how to get it here.
Yeah, didn't know how to get it to playa. So then we had smoked salmon and reindeer sausage. So the Alaska feed tradition continues.
Caribou. We don't do reindeer because Santa Claus does reindeer, and we don't get Santa Claus's creatures.
The amazing people I'm camped with, and I haven't yet done enough exploration of the playa itself, so I'm sure I'll have an entirely different answer tomorrow when I find something new to explore. I think every day there's a new adventure. Well, I haven't seen Grover so far, but I invited him to our camp parties, and he said he'd come, so we'll see. A mix of a trial of you know, conditions combined with endless adventure, and I think they like to challenge themselves to that, and I think it's good. I think it's a really good thing to see people go for.
I said, hi, my name is Jerry, and I've been dancing on this go-go box all day. To get to this point through all the different years of Burning Man, this is my 15th year. I started my own theme camp, 2 different camps, went through that whole rat race until it got so big I couldn't deal with it anymore. And then I was invited to first camp. There was only 20 people I was feeding. There was a crew of 3 of us. And now it's 2014 and I've got a crew of 47 people. We're feeding up to 100 people a day, plus sometimes. And this is the first year I created a cabaret space with nightly entertainment and a saloon bar to kind of like bring all of the camp together to hang out and make it more of a social environment, because typically people come here and they eat breakfast and then they leave and they go do Burning Man, or they come here for lunch and then they eat and then they leave. So my goal was to get people to come here, hang out, mingle, socialize, kind of break down the walls of you know, all the outside world, because there's some very important people that come here, but to me it doesn't matter who you are, how much money you make. We're all here for the same reason, and I think this is the first year I've kind of been able to help break that barrier between the outside world and here. You know, that whole saying, if you build it, they will come. That's exactly what's happening here. It's so awesome.
Did you just quote Kevin Costner?
I don't know, did I?
I think so. But that's okay.
I believe right now out at 9 and K, there are a series of camps that they're calling the 1% drive or 1% lane, which I had to go out there and check it out and see their kitchen set up and just kind of compare it to what we've got going on over here. And I think it's really interesting and very ironic that there are people who pay millions and millions of dollars to have a plug and play camp where other people set up absolutely everything for them, and they just show up and everything's done. And I know there's a lot of controversy over that right now, because I agree, and I feel that they're missing out on, for me, what is the most important part of Burning Man, which is the struggle of building and setting up and creating your space, and then the gratification of having built that space and sharing it with other people. I mean, there is the other side of that. There's a lot of those people that contribute to the art at Burning Man, and that's amazing, but I still feel like they're missing something. I don't know, I think Burning Man could end in a very bad way if we don't find a way to integrate the 1% with the rest of us. Because I know they want to experience Burning Man, that's why they're here, but it's a different way, and I personally wouldn't ever want to be introduced to Burning Man in an RV. Like, I think everyone should have to sleep in a tent, at least 1 year, at least.
I don't care, Hetty.
Pardon me, I actually have a radio now, which makes me feel kind of leashed and important all at the same time. I think it's really ironic that there are camps out there with these like multi-million-dollar RVs and everything, and Larry Harvey is across the street in the same trailer that he's had for the last, I don't know how long he's had that thing. The gray water tank leaks, the air conditioning never works, the electricity's always blowing out in it, you know, and I just think it's so interesting that here's this guy that created this amazing event, and even he still finds some kind of gratification in this struggle of being out here. Like, anybody can make something beautiful with a huge budget, but what can you do with very little money? I mean, I always tell people, if you find yourself every year saying, I really want to go to Burning Man, I really want to go to Burning Man, then you should just go, because it is not going to last forever. It's not going to last forever. It can't. Something this amazing and that grows this fast is at some point going to reach the pinnacle of growth, I think.
get what you deserve. You try to test that, you found to get served.
wreckage, a family drowned in pride and power. Sex you in your ditcher, sex you in your ditcher, big love in love, big love in your I wanna hold you in your soul, yeah. Hold you in your soul, yeah.
Terrible. This awful. This is horrifying.
said he'd take me away. You miss me